The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah.
It snowed. Again. Welcome to the February 13th rehearsal of the Bryn Athyn Cathedral Choir. Good evening, everyone. Let's get going. Video rehearsals have their limitations. So much of rehearsing as a choir is about working together and interacting. I can't react to you, and you don't get the fellowship, nor the experience of singing together, nor the challenges of singing together, but we'll make do the best we can. My main goal here is to help guide you through what it would be most useful to go over. Everyone's got their own needs. So, if there's a spot you need to look at that I ignore, by all means, manage your own rehearsal time. But I'll use this video to provide the framework and guidance. Basically, I'll just read you my rehearsal plan. I'm going to make use of those learning videos that are elsewhere on my channel, and in case you're stuck without music, I'll include a link to the online scores so that you can view them. All links are below in the About description of the video. So, throughout the video, I will give you a set of instructions, then I'll give you time to press pause. I'll say pause, and then you can go and do that in the amount and way that works best for you. It's kind of like a game of Simon Says. In fact, it's a real pity I don't have Simon here to help me out with this video.
Oh, fancy meeting you here. Simon says, make a cup of tea.
Cheers. There are two parts of the music where I was going to focus on fundamental note learning tonight, so that's where I'll start. One of them is in the middle of Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen. Please go to measure 46. I'd like you to find your voice part and listen through to measure 61. Try to follow along in the music. Then play that section again and sing along. Alternate and repeat until you feel comfortable with the notes and rhythms. Okay. Press pause on this video so you can go do that and come back when you're ready to move on. Great. Thanks. Okay, I hope that was all right. Sorry I can't be there to help you out. Now, if there's a spot anywhere else in the piece that gives you trouble, you can go do the same process with the learning track. I know some people have to miss rehearsals sometimes, so you might not have been there when I went over a certain section that I'm taking for granted. Or even if you were there, I might have glossed over something and moved too quickly. But assuming each section is doing well with the parts I've already gone over in rehearsals, the next section I want to look at tonight is measures 33 to 40. Same process, though if you were at the right rehearsal, this one might go a little faster. Sopranos, you've got the melody, it's straightforward, so just sing out. Altos and tenors, you're like the backing chorus, like those three people who stand on stage off to the side and usually share a microphone and sway together. Ooh. And basses, you've got the real groove. Think dark suits and sunglasses and attitude.
Sway, boom, sing, 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 dweeba, boom, sing, boom, the trouble I've seen.
Too cool for school. Tenors, it can be tricky to find your starting note. It's pretty high, so know that that's your challenge. Right, go ahead and click pause, and off you go. Thanks, that was great. Time to work that transition. I'm talking about measure 26 into 27. We have to change key, mood, and speed all at once, so it's a tricky moment. I'd like you to start at measure 23 and trail off around measure 29, a section intended to be short, so it can be repeated a lot. If you need to check notes, go ahead and spend a few minutes with the learning track, but Here's my instruction when you're ready. I'd like you to go to the full track and sing through with all the voices in equal balance from 23 to 29, 3 times more than you think you need to. Go ahead and click pause. I'll wait. Thank you. Repetition is golden, especially when dealing with the kind of music that needs to be felt more than read. Time for a sing-through. If you're not feeling confident about this piece, go ahead and do one with your specific voice part video. But if you're feeling confident, I encourage you to try it with the full version to find out where you're solid and what sections might benefit from a bit more attention. Take a risk, it'll teach you a lot. So, here we go. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen from the top. Click pause here and go enjoy. I love that piece. Onwards. Sopranos and altos, this next one's not for you, so you can skip clicking pause the next time I say it. Tenors and basses. I'd like to make sure everything's all right in the divisi at the beginning of My Lord, What a Morning. So, from the beginning to where the sopranos come in, please go over it a few times with your voice part video, and then see if you can hold up against the full version. Remember, I made a video for each separate divisi for just the first page, so go ahead and use those short ones. Pause. The other section to look out for is toward the end, the loudest and highest part. And then that tricky chromatic section coming down at the top of the last page. This is for everyone. Sopranos and altos, you're included again. I suggest just listening to your part at the top of the final page the first time the stars fall chromatically, so you can really hear how it works. Then, sing along. I'll wait. Pause. Okay, final stretch here. In a moment, I'll have you conclude by singing through My Lord and Storm. But first, a few general points about style, since we will have so little time to work on that together. Now, all music benefits from being sung from the heart. To really be the best, it has to come from somewhere deep down. But there are pieces where you can get away with it if you don't quite get down there. It's better with an emotional connect, but music by guys like Purcell and Haydn can survive a clinical performance. The high romantic composers, less so, and spirituals, not at all. You've heard me say before that I'd rather have you sing from your heart with a few wrong notes than to sing cautiously and tentatively. It's a must for this music. In our rehearsal last week, we sang Swing Low, Sweet Chariot without even looking at a piece of music in the first place. Some people didn't know it, people had different lyrics and rhythms at a few points, and nobody defined how it should be harmonized, but it sounded soulful and genuine and downright good. I'm sorry we had to cancel rehearsal tonight. Sunday morning, I'm hoping you'll be in a position to feel like you can sing through this music from your heart, and to let it be a little free. While I appreciate the accuracy, and I won't turn it down, freedom is more important. I'm talking about the kind of singing that stereotypically happens only in the shower, or when alone in the car with the radio on. So, pause me one last time and have a little fun, if the people sharing your house aren't too fed up already. I asked you to do all of this, so it's my fault, not yours. Would you please convey my sincere apologies if there's anyone sharing your acoustical space who isn't a choral music aficionado? Thank you for taking the time to rehearse individually here. I hope it's been useful, and I'll see you at 8:10 on Sunday morning in Heilman Hall. I'd like to take a few minutes to sort out how we'll stand, and then start singing at 8:15. Stay safe, stay warm.
Simon says that's a big cup of tea!
It is, Simon. It is.